Hello everyone, V the Amazing Greek here. I'm making this video today for one of my viewers. It's TheBloodShot666. He's here in the United States, and he was asking me if the next time I make a homemade knife, if I would go through step by step, and I will do that. The next knife I plan on making is throwing knives, and I've made throwing stars, which are really fun. I have a video on that. And but today I just wanted to show a few of the homemade tools, knives that I've made. I review a lot of other stuff. I really don't review my own stuff, even though some of it's badass, if I do say so myself, and I do. But I'm going to show you a couple, like the first couple I ever made, the first wood handle, and one of the tools I use every time we grill out. So first I'll show you the first knife that I ever made. This was a Klingon inspired design. This is the first sheath I ever made. It's actually stitched leather, front and back, and then of course I have little scales on the inside between the leather to thicken it up. And then I put a metal piece around the top to keep it rigid. This knife, you can tell here where it's Klingon inspired. I could not find, I thought about it for a week before I made this knife. I wanted to have the hilt open up, like they sell a version of this that opens up. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got an aluminum handle. It's full tang. The cross guard, you can see it has a little bit of decorative design to it. You can see that. Got some holes, and they go from large to small. That's on both sides, and then I curved it up a little bit. This is a really cool knife. More decoration than anything. Like I said, it was the first one I ever made. It's a pretty neat knife. I enjoyed this one. The handles are just aluminum slats. Drilled a hole on this side, chamfered it, tapped it on this side, and it's held in with flat Allen wrenches, Allen bolts.
What does chamfered mean?
Chamfered means that I drilled a hole, and then it's cut at an angle like this so that the bolt can recess down into the handle. Good question, Bag. I really like this knife. It's cool. I don't take good enough care of it. I need to coat it in oil and stuff. The second knife I made is one of my all-time favorite things that I ever made. This has had more use out in the field than any of my other things. This is my Rambo knife. I made this when I started going camping with my friends. About the second trip out, I said I need a chicken knife so that I can cut chicken and wood and all that. This is a full tang knife. It is 3/16 inch steel, and of course it's got the fancy Rambo-y looking back. Looking back on it, I wish I would not have put this, because the first time I batoned with this, and I didn't know about batoning back in those days, I did it with a piece of metal. I was trying to cut through something here at the yard, and I kind of dented these a little bit. It would have been better if it had just been a flat back. But this knife is badass. It is full tang, of course. I have the cross guard, which is welded on. Then I took a piece of round steel pipe, put it in the vise, and squeezed it until it got an oval shape. Then I tack welded it onto the hilt, just a little weld, and then made a butt cap and welded that on. Then I cord wrapped it. This knife is bad as hell. I have cut through trees as big as my calf. Just look at that. That's what a muscular hiking calf looks like, in case anybody didn't know. That's a scorpion. I'm a Scorpio. And that's my leg that'll put the sting on you. My right leg. My left don't too good. But anyway, it's cord wrapped with 550 paracord, and this knife is awesome, awesome. Chickens stand no chance against it. I've used it for chopping wood, just anything, brush. It's nice. It's light. Not too crazy. Very good knife. I love it. And this is a sheath I made. It's This one's riveted. This is when I started getting into leather work. I went ahead and got rivets. It's much better than the stitching. It doesn't give out. And then, of course, I've modified. It's got a leg strap and a couple of military pouches and stuff like that. It's a kick-ass knife. I love this knife. This one, the sheath is just crappy little sheath. I didn't put much effort into it. But I love this knife. This is 1/4-inch stock. Here's the blade design right here. It's got a little saw on the back, which works very well. I kind of tried to put a little blood groove in here, you know, just to make it look, you know, kick-ass. It's got a couple little notches dug in on this down part here. My intention was for a fire striker. You have a place to do that. It's got the guard here. Again, it's tack welded from the back side. The Rambo knife was on the sides here, you could see it. And it is double cord wrapped. I have one set of cord underneath and then a better one on top. This is a very sharp knife. It's heavy duty. Like I said, it's 1/4-inch. I need to make a better sheath for this so I can carry this one around. This is a nice knife. At one point I had it blued with that gun bluing agent. I need to go over it again, clean it up, and then put one on. Things that sit out here in the garage, you know, they don't get all the love and care they need, but my wife, I got so many books and shit in the house and weapons. Now if I brought all my other shit in the house, I mean, it wouldn't be nowhere for me and my family to sit, you know. Here's the first little knife that I ever made as a little personal carry little knife. This stitching on this sheath actually was done with an awl, AWL, the way you're supposed to do it. In the process of doing this one, I had soaked the leather a little bit and did not get it soft enough, and I bent the damn needle halfway through. It was a lot of work doing that. I need to find out how you really do that, because I didn't do it exactly right. This is made as a personal carry knife. My other job, before I work where I do now with security the way it is, I can't carry a knife like this, but I carry this every day. And it's under the legal limit of 4 inches here in Tennessee. The handles are hickory that I harvested from my dad's farm. They're epoxied on, and I do not have pins in this one. It's not a chopper heavy duty. This is a little knife. I cut things, open packages, you know, cut my lunch up with, things like that. This is an awesome little knife, very sharp. No special really anything, just a cut here, a little tanto edge there, and grinding. You can grind it on the wheel. You can use a file. This is easy stuff to make. Not a lot of specialty tools required here. This is a very easy little knife to make. It's a nice little knife to wear too. I made the sheath so that it rides a little high, so that when I wear a shirt, it covers. And you know, it's always nice to have a surprise for somebody when they're messing with you. And this I love. This started out like the two-handed machete like Cold Steel makes. I wanted to make I had a long handle. I just wanted to put a blade on the end so I'd have something to swing. Well, ended up, I cut the handle down, made the spear that I keep in the house by the computer desk as a guest greeting tool, and this is badass. I just recently shaped the handle, and what I use this for, you can chop a little bit this and that, but if you've seen my homemade chimney, where I put the charcoals and get the fire going and all that bullshit, this tool is used every time. And what I do with this tool, if you'll show over here, babe, is I take this and I mount it in my vise, and then I'll take a piece of wood. Usually it's wood from outside. I'll just show you. Oh, she's going to hand me some wood.
Well, you hand it to me all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the first time my wife's handing me the wood instead of me handing it to her. And what I do, I come over to my hammer section here. I'll typically cut a piece about yay long, 4 or 5 inches. I'll set it on here. Give me a short one, babe, so I can actually do it. Is there a little piece in there? So there you go. That's good hard wood. Thank you. That sounded gay as hell. I am not homosexual. Okay, so what I do is I'll set this here, reverse batoning, and then I'll just make me some little strips to get the fire going, just like that. And sometimes you got to be careful, don't hit too hard, because I have run my fingers down on this. And then I'll put these little pieces of wood in the bottom of my chimney, and they light up real good. So I just wasn't having a lot of luck putting paper and getting the charcoal started. But you get that wood going, and everybody knows once wood gets going real good, it'll burn, baby. So those are my few of my homemade knives and things. Here's besides the Rambo knife, this is my most other used tool during camping. This is 1/4" stock. For years it had plastic wrap and cord on the handle. It was all crazy. It deserved a much better handle, and I finally, in a video, I showed you how I made this first nice, beautiful wood handle. No, this is the second one. The first one was the awesome-ass kukri that I made. This, I've chopped up bodock. That's a very hard wood that we have here in Tennessee. I've used this. I mean, you can cut anything down with this. This is badass. At the time, this was my original design, but I've seen this design now on the web now that I have the internet and stuff. But that's one of the little things I make. So it's awesome. And I just wanted to show these to show you. I'm not a special guy. I've got some machining background, and I'm a pretty smart guy. But like this shit here, you guys can make this. Don't be scared. Give it a shot. Epoxy, a little piece of steel. This one I actually heat treated before I put the handle on. I have a book on how to make ninja weapons, and I used a torch. I got it the color it said. Then I dipped it in oil, and it helped a lot with stopping the rust on this. I've never had to clean rust off this knife. So that's just a couple of the things I've made. TheBloodShot666. I will be making some throwing knives because we went to the Renaissance Festival last weekend, and they actually showed me how to throw the knives, and it is so much freaking fun. So I'll do that, and I'll go step by step to let you guys see how that's done. And I appreciate you watching. This is V the Amazing Greek. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.